I keep forgetting that dope, which is a slang word, is also the word of drugs. That explains so much about Dopey from the Seven Dwarfs. See why you can't speak and looking all silly all the time. Dopey, you high. Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd with a review for you, Better Reviews. Dope! I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the bad, I'm gonna give you the nerdy. First, the good. Literally, people, every day someone asks me, why do you call yourself black nerd? And it's so hard to find anything in mainstream media to show them exactly what I'm talking about. Dope is finally the movie that almost accurately displays what I mean about being a black nerd. It's not just, hey, I'm a nerd, I'm just throwing black on it as a label. The black part and the nerd part have an equal footing. There's certain things you learn about black culture, there's certain things you learn about nerd culture, and unfortunately, sometimes, like in this movie, sometimes those things don't connect as well. And that's what happens with Malcolm, the main character in this movie. He is a geek, he likes comic books, he likes Game of Thrones, but he's in a neighborhood where people want to take his shoes, people want to beat him up, and he has to learn how to be part of this neighborhood. Sometimes because he's black, people make these perceptions of him, but sometimes because he's a nerd, people act like he's not confident enough or strong enough. And not only does it showcase what it's like being a black nerd, but it also shows what happens with the people around you when you're a black nerd. You're trying to figure out a way to better yourself, but then you've got people who have a misconception of you. Meanwhile, you got people around you who are not doing the same as you're doing, looking at you like, oh, you think you're better than everybody else because you're smart and stuff. Why you think you better? Like, that's the kind of weird stuff that when you're a black nerd, you have to deal with that other people don't have to deal with when you're just black or just a nerd. There it is. There it is. You don't understand why my damn name's called black nerd because that racist, because somehow calling yourself black, even though that's what you are, is racist. Watch this, stupids, and shut up. Don't ask me that question anymore. I'll smack you in the face. That was the black side that just came out. The nerd side says, hey guy, let me explain it to you in layman's terms. The black side says, shut up. Well, smack you in the face. And I love that he and his friends are also nerds over 90s hip hop. I thought that was really, really smart because everyone nowadays, especially now that nerddom is so mainstream, is all like, oh, nerddom is only Marvel and DC and blah, 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 blah. No, it can be about anything. There's fashion nerds, there's sports nerds, there's beauty nerds. And then these guys, they're hip hop nerds. They're going buying albums, talking about 90s hip hop. This is a fully fleshed out character. It wasn't like a stereotype. It wasn't an Urkel. You know, no offense to Urkel. I love you, man. You know, props up. You were one of the OG black nerds. You and the black dude from Revenge of the Nerds. But it's 2015. It's time to have some new models out there and some upgrades. This movie is definitely a throwback to the 80s John Hughes types of teen films. It has a very Ferris Bueller's Day Off type of vibe with all these different things happening throughout the course of the day and brings some very interesting characters that you meet along the way. Also, it adds the element that's sprinkled in there of the 90s hip hop culture, black films. There was definitely an age of that going on when I was growing up, and I could see elements of both of those types of films in this movie. At the same time, it's a new school type of film because even though it does these throwbacks and these references to the 80s and to the 90s, it also throws in a lot of new things like Bitcoins and social media, World Star, memes, all that stuff is in here as well. So it's a really nice mix. You start to think for a while that this is set in the 90s until they make these references to social media and you're like, oh yeah, this is current day. It works really well in this movie. The movie is very funny. There are so many good jokes in this. I really enjoy the comedy. I was laughing so much during it. But this movie does hit some drama points. There's definitely a couple times in this film where you're gonna be like, ouch, that hurts. There's even something that Malcolm, the main character, has to do that's completely against his character, but again, because of the situation that has been thrown at him, he has to do it to survive. And the actors in this are all great. They do a absolutely wonderful job of making these really full, fleshed out characters. The geeks are not super geeky. The drug dealers and gangsters are not super drug dealer and gangsters. One of the main drug dealers, he has a whole discussion a couple of times in this movie about slippery slopes and about how he has to maintain his order of being, you know, being feared. It's a legit conversation. It's a really cool, smart, thought out conversation that just proves that even though people live a certain lifestyle, there's still elements about them that you may not know. There's still elements about them that make them more fleshed out than this, and I just thought that was cool. And one of the things that Malcolm, the main character, is trying to do is go to college, and when you hear what he writes for his essay, it is powerful, especially now in this time, given things that have happened over the past few months, actually, or the past year or so. It's a very powerful message and really did a good job. And there's obviously some references to some current things that have happened in this world to just show that when you are a black nerd, basically, or a black geek, you deal with it from both sides. There's things that you deal with from black culture that hurts, and there's things that you deal with white culture that hurts, and you just try to figure out how to make it through all that. And kudos to the people that do. Now for the bad. For this movie to be so original and so different and so creative, they sometimes will fall back on some of those things that we've seen in movies before, like the, oh, two characters had a misunderstanding, so now they hate each other, but we know they're gonna patch things up at the end. There's a whole sequence about why a white guy can't use the N-word, which we've seen that joke before. And look, I don't have any problems with boobs. You know, nudity can come in when it needs to come in, but you know, some of it's a little excessive. Some of it's like, okay, that's here. None of it really takes away from the movie, particularly the conversations and the boobs. They're actually funny scenes. It was just the misunderstanding part, that when they got to that part, I was like, this is a cliche. It's not even necessary in this movie. We could have just chopped all that out. And now for the nerdy. Like I mentioned before, there's lots of references to social media. There's lots of references to geek culture. There's lots of references to black culture. Malcolm and his friends want to be a band, and they want to do like this whole like rap rock thing that's actually pretty funny, but the music's actually pretty good. I need to go pick up the soundtrack for this movie. And Zoe Kravitz is in it. For once, she's in a movie where she's not in a dystopian future. Well, go see Dope. I know it's summertime and you're enjoying your Fury Roads and your dinosaurs and your Earthquake San Andreases and your Avengers and all that. Please, please, please take a break from all that. Go see this movie. It's funny, it's original, it's unique, it's creative, it's really well done. Like I said, it's a perfect blend of 80s, 90s teen film and black film and comedy film, and it works really well. And one of the Workaholics is in it. If you like that show, you get one of those dudes in it too. And Rick Fox makes a cameo. How could you not want to see a movie that has Rick Fox in it? Come on. Really, really love this movie. I think you would too. Just nice to see a movie showing a different side to black culture, and particularly black nerd geek culture, that I really do appreciate. I really hope that it helps people not ask that dumbass question to me every single day of, why you call yourself black nerd? Really? I don't have a problem with it. So apparently you're the one that have an issue with it. So therefore I'm not gonna change my name for you. Plus you can't change your name on YouTube. Username sticks. So even if you got a problem with it, tough titties. Yeah, I said it, tough titties. Because there are titties in this movie. Dope. Let me know if you're gonna go see Dope, and if you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Make sure you subscribe to Black Nerd Comedy so you can check out all my movie reviews as well as other videos that I put up. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Outie 5000.